Folks, gather round. I've climbed the ladder from a small-town hustler in the Midwest to calling the shots in Silicon Valley boardrooms, building a fortune brick by brick through sheer grit, smart alliances, and a few calculated cuts. I've got homes on both coasts, a portfolio that could make Wall Street blush, and a life that's proof positive. Success ain't handed out. It's seized with cunning and resolve. Along the way, I've devoured Niccolo Machiavelli's playbook like it's the ultimate business Bible, that sly Italian strategist who peeled back the layers of human nature better than any self-help guru today. And let me tell you, in this dog-eat-dog world of ours, there's a silent killer lurking behind every act of so-called goodness. The trap of misguided help. We pour our resources, our time, our very essence into saving folks who don't deserve a dime of it, thinking it's noble. But Machiavelli? He'd call it suicide by sentiment. The real threats aren't the rivals gunning for your spot. They're the dependents you prop up, turning your empire into their crutch. Stick with me as I lay out the 6 types he warned about. The ones you cut loose without a backward glance, or they'll erode your foundations. This wisdom didn't just build my success, it protected it. If it hits home and fires you up, sound off in the comments with your thoughts. And hey, share where you're listening from. Could be the bustling streets of LA or a quiet farm in Texas. Let's hash this out like winners. There's a fatal error that topples even the titans of industry. Not a bad investment or a market crash, but a sucker play dressed up as generosity. You lend a hand, you invest your energy, you shoulder their loads, all while patting yourself on the back for being the upstanding leader. But Machiavelli, that master of power dynamics from princes to peasants, cut right through the fog. It's not true empathy, pal. It's vulnerability posing as virtue. Way back in his era, he laid it out plain. Your downfall comes not from open enemies, but from the dead weight you insist on carrying. Society pushes this myth of boundless altruism like it's the key to fulfillment. But real power? It belongs to those who guard their borders fiercely. Every time you bail out someone content to wallow, you're undermining your own edge. Some people aren't worth the rescue. They require the sting of collapse to forge any steel. Lift them, and they'll pull you into the quicksand. Machiavelli labeled it benevolent idiocy, a virus that infects the competent, dethroning CEOs and tycoons too weak to say no to the underperformers. Mark my words, this lesson stings, but kindness has an expiration date. Ignore it, and life will enforce it with brutal efficiency. Right now, we're confronting a harsh fact most dodge. Not everyone earns your benevolence, because pity without reins becomes your own undoing. There are 6 archetypes, and getting entangled with them drains your drive, tarnishes your brand, and hollows your core. If this resonates already, pipe up below. I safeguard my empire, because insight is the opening salvo in any victory. First up, the perpetually idle. These energy vampires can bleed dry even the most resilient moguls. Not with outright malice, but with their flaccid willpower, demanding you carry their freight. They gripe endlessly about unfair breaks, how every opportunity's a mountain too high. You feel the pull of sympathy, throw 'em a lifeline, figuring you're the mentor making a difference. But Machiavelli? He'd smirk and quip. You're not elevating them. You're hosting a freeloader. The driven use your boost to scale new heights, overflowing with appreciation. The lazy? They recline in it like a luxury lounge, fostering demands where gratitude should flourish. They've perfected the craft of evoking pity, weaving narratives with precisely calibrated drama to halt your exit. But let's be real. Their troubles aren't cosmic curses. They're deliberate decisions. clear as crystal. Offering mercy to change resistors is like eroding your own integrity, slice by slice. Each bailout of the slack betrays your savvy, schooling them in exploiting your vulnerabilities. They're maestros of psychological leverage. Assist once, you're pegged as flexible. Twice, they detect your aversion to denial. 3 times, and you're ensnared, subsidizing your ego as the benevolent boss. I'd be sunk without you, just this round, they implore. But you and I know this round is perpetual. In rescuing them, you hinder their evolution. Persuading them hustle's elective. And when they flop again, they absorb nothing beyond the certainty of backups. That's the point where your goodwill becomes your prison. Stop and reflect. Are you propelling them forward or coddling their cracks in ease? Nature doesn't mess around. An eagle pushes the nestling to soar or starve. A mighty redwood drops the dying branch. Not viciousness, but the universe's rigid discipline via hard truths. Humans? We're the sole species naive enough to label evading repercussions caring. Machiavelli nailed it. Affection without limits is nonsense, glamorized as idealism. The idle need that raw appetite, the basement crash. Agony sharp enough to ignite their survival drive. Block it, and you steal their catalyst. You're not aiding their prosperity. You're prolonging their demise. Absorb this. Compassion can be the most protracted torment. Many extend aid not from genuine altruism, but to evade the remorse of refusal. That's not empathy, it's timidity cloaked in ethics. You can't bear their pain or confront your inner demons, the ones that thrive on being essential. Machiavelli captured it perfectly. The weak never comprehend kindness's core. It's an instrument, not a mandate. Botch its use and it stabs back. So, is your generosity an asset or an anchor? The idle manipulate that dread expertly. They don't plead directly. They orchestrate culpability like virtuosos. Eager to maintain your hero status, you buckle under the weight of feeling. Cutting cords isn't animosity. It's respecting their journey to enlightenment, declining to navigate it for them. Retract your support, and you restore the accountability they've evaded. In Machiavelli's domain, relationships are power trades. If one party only extracts while the other donates, that's not partnership. It's existential servitude. Carve this into your mindset. You're not destined to haul others indefinitely. You're meant to define your charity's perimeter. Frequently, the strongest instruction is your quietude. Question: without my input, what would they accomplish? The response exposes them. If capable of ascent, they'd already be climbing. If transformation truly motivated them, they wouldn't idle for your aid. Every intervention endorses their inertia. The shrewd understand. Excessive assistance erodes admiration. The idle disdain their benefactors, realizing they've coerced irrationality, and in that coercion, they've triumphed. Consider this your alert. Benevolence without intellect is gradual self-sabotage. Someday, you'll confront the sternest choice. No explanations, no apologies, just disengage. No confrontations, no debates. Escape the loop. That's not severity, it's epiphany. Machiavelli inscribed, "A leader doesn't redeem those who opt for subjugation. The clever don't salvage the reluctant. Allow stillness to perform its role, for quiet pierces the vulnerable psyche like nothing else. The idle lack not openings but resolve. With each salvation, both suffer. They miss maturation. You forfeit elevation. Not every needy qualifies for support. Not every detachment is harsh. Occasionally, it's the zenith of empathy in the theater of influence. If you shouldered someone unwilling to walk alone, declare below, no more freeloaders. Because awareness restores the victor's serenity. Second, the thankless and audacious. These opportunists, you invest your all and they complain it's insufficient. You stabilize them, they moan about the terrain's discomfort. Extract them from peril, they critique your technique. Then, clarity strikes. Benevolence doesn't guarantee reciprocity. Machiavelli framed it as empathy's conundrum. The more you bestow, the faster you falter. Not due to inherent weakness, but because the ungrateful perceive kindness as entitlement, not a boon. The appreciative recognize favors as optional. The bold, innate rights. Extend today, they beam. Withhold tomorrow, they erupt. Because in their distorted view, you're not the rescuer, merely their interim subordinate. Appreciation fades rapidly, evolving into presumption. Surveying mankind, Machiavelli revealed a sobering insight. People discard benefits swifter than injuries, since harm wounds, but benevolence obligates, and obligation irritates. You've encountered them. They seek loans, you provide. Request assistance, you prioritize them. Initial thanks, then dissatisfaction. You under-delivered, delayed, erred. Stop and you're branded disloyal. The thankless detect not generosity, but vulnerabilities. Over-provide and they inflate with, it's all mine by right. Confess, met these vitality siphons who make you regret departure? The globe swarms with them. They desire not you, but your vitality. Not benevolence, but ammunition for their grievances. You label them fate's victims, but they're emotional orchestrators. They rob not funds, but the essence of giving. Machiavelli advised rulers, if a grace slips from recollection, terminate it before it obligates. Once benevolence mandates, authority evaporates. You're no longer the donor, but the supplicant, proving value. The audacious execute this flawlessly. They'll bind you as long as you participate. Exit the arena. When appreciation perishes, the connection follows. Envision a tale Machiavelli might weave. A man funds his associate's lease for half a year, imagining salvation. Month 7, he ceases. The associate fumes, not over termination, but because the offering solidified as prerogative. 6 months mercy, obliterated by a single refusal. That's the tragedy of delayed retreat. The thankless exemplify that irony. The kinder you behave, the greater their contempt. The more tolerant, the lesser their esteem. They regard benevolence not as favor, but as sustenance for their arrogance. Heed, an unacknowledged boon soon yields disdain. Inscribe, limitless kindness spawns subjugation. In Influence's strategy, Machiavelli comprehended. The astute don't demand acknowledgement. They interpret it as indicator. Missing? Alliance terminated. A grateful individual strengthens via your contribution. An ungrateful weakens, attributing potency to you, not themselves. Absent, they indict the universe for downfall. You've observed in partnerships, family, careers. You equip them for flight. They overlook the tools, then plummet, faulting your support. Allow it to simmer. You can't rehabilitate salvation dependence. Machiavelli wouldn't vent. He'd observe. Acknowledgement endures while equilibrium holds. Over-contribute, respect dissipates. Nature rejects dependency. We value what we might forfeit. For the audacious, no reprisal, no resentment, just tranquility. Retract your vitality, not in wrath, but enlightenment. Quiet compels confrontation. Provisions ceased. Isolated with themselves, they encounter the barren spirit that rejected thanks. If your benevolence transformed into another's presumption, proclaim below, "My quietude is strength." Because stillness sometimes interprets verity. Eventually they'll recollect you, not affectionately, but illuminated, because you administered the harshest instruction. What transpires when benevolence exhausts? You'll smile, surpassing the necessity for validation, attaining superior independence from emotional entanglements. That's Machiavelli's jewel. Acknowledgement can't be compelled, but ingratitude must be severed. Permit it to linger, and it corrodes your foundation. Dread not the indifferent label. The world requires not depleted philanthropists, but robust individuals who cease, stating composedly, support concludes. Not avarice, it's comprehension, dominance, the pillars of authentic power. Internalize this, and parting with people, no apprehension. Audacious sees time, vitality, affection, but never your intrinsic value. Third, the haughty and complacent. Certain individuals reject aid, not from fortitude, but from the fantasy of infallibility. They listen solely to counter, inquire only to showcase expertise. Proffer guidance, they regard you with condescension, as if you're the novice requiring illumination. Machiavelli identified them, captives of wisdom's mirage. They reside not in logic, but in ego's twilight. Illuminate, they divert. Clarity diminishes their stature. The haughty fear not defeat, but your accuracy. Impoverished, isolated, fractured, yet I superior shields them. You can't assist. They pursue not support, but veneration. The toughest to arouse. Self-applauders in slumber. Machiavelli documented, the complacent aren't potent. They're too fragile to confess fragility. Counsel? Affront. They dispute, resist, repudiate, not for verity, but to protect their cerebral sovereignty. Haughty are obscured reflectors. Polish, they fracture. Label you jealous, treacherous, patronizing, anything to evade introspection. Tumble? Indict the advisor. Can't educate self-echo enthusiasts. You've spotted them. Colleague oblivious. Acquaintance all-knowing. Relative deeming candor insolence. They yearn not reality, but acclaim. Press persuasion. You're drawn deeper into their labyrinth, questioning yourself, moderating tone lest truth wound. And there, your authority vanishes. In Machiavelli's arena, verity holds worth only for receptive auditors. To the haughty, it's aggression. He remarked, "Can't instruct the omniscient, teachings insult." Haughty acquire via catastrophe, impact, orbit disrupted. Then, clarity emerges. Remember the derider who cautioned you. Permit dissent. Actuality educates what discourse omits. No animosity. Allow existence to achieve what benevolence can't. Nothing instructs swifter than hubris's implosion. Machiavellian commanders reflect the haughty, then depart. Can't perceive visage with sealed vision. Encounter one. Observe a spectacle. No contention, no alteration attempt. Utterances distort, intentions offend. Outburst? Smile. Outrage targets intolerable verity. Remember, haughtiness disguises dread. The more vociferous, the feebler. Assured facade, internal tremor, but no concession. Modesty equates annihilation for them. Machiavelli can't command the self-monarch. His frigid sagacity. No interference, no redemption. Observe, await. He recognized dominions decay rapidly. Haughtiness doesn't diminish gradually, collapses like decayed edifice. Correct proclaimers murmur erroneous, but premature assistance reconstructs barriers. Allow duration to convey the inaccessible. Quietude, the haughty's ultimate instructor. Someday, amidst assurance's debris, they'll acknowledge your tranquility, not utterances, but composed withdrawal. Comprehend, tranquility wasn't disdain, but elevated benevolence. No debate victory required for merit. Haughty require spectators. Depart the platform, performance concludes. Understand tranquility, not capitulation but termination. In Machiavelli's domain, the astute mend not the complacent. Retreat with poise, conclusion anticipated. Internalize, no fury toward haughty. Commiserate them, imprisoned by conceit, grasping the unused key. That's haughtiness's lament.
Machiavelli
Can't liberate the self unneedy. Relinquish. Channel vitality to auditors, apprentices, modest, exclusive beneficiaries of acumen. If advised, a scoffer who descended as predicted, exclaim, quietude prevails, because departing occasionally utters the most resonant verity. Fourth, the malevolent and ruthless. Buckle up, team. There's a category Machiavelli outright declined to elevate from the mire, not because they lacked intellect, but because they fully comprehended their toxicity and relished it. In his ruthless renaissance, obliviousness might earn leniency, but premeditated viciousness? Absolutely not. It's no accident. It's a refined revel in darkness, sharpened and savored. They identify their victims, infuse dialogue with deception, actions with venom, and persist not bewildered, but exhilarated. Ruthlessness is their scepter, friend. Control, devoid of ethics. Machiavelli etched it stark. The malevolent require no tutelage. They demand cessation. Attempt assistance, and you're not virtuous. You're fueling inferno. They'll contort your confidence, your schedule, your sympathy into armament for renewed outrages. Malevolence harbors no remorse, merely the irritation of exposure. They pursue not absolution. They seek sanctuaries. And you, the compassionate executive, become inadvertent guardian of obscurity. You've met them, no doubt. The traitor you reinstated. The deceiver afforded another opportunity. The controller labeled misinterpreted. Honorable individuals plummet into their traps, vowing goodness lurks in all. But Niccolo? He pierced that myth like an eagle. Some select obscurity, not disoriented, but enamored. Illumination sears them, compelling confrontation with their decay. Cease murmuring reform. Some merely refine disguises. In authority's savage arena, malevolence arrives innocuous. Sobs, admissions. Transformed, they murmur. And you, benevolence's dupe, unlock the portal. They pillage, demolish, evaporate, bequeathing fractured loyalty, and an exhaustive fatigue no remedy alleviates. Machiavelli wouldn't rebuke your intent. He'd affirm deliberately. It's not benevolence that eviscerates you. It's unrestrained benevolence, wild as untamed terrain. Aiding the malevolent doesn't merely deplete your dynamism. It obscures your ethical clarity. You transition from rectifier to atrocity's facilitator. Benevolence sightless equips malevolence with its keenest weapon. These serpents warrant no reprises. They necessitate repercussions. Solely when all avenues seal, all entries barred, all targets depleted, do they confront their internal vacancy. But continue extending ropes, and you postpone that epiphany. You prolong their obscurity. Someday, you'll discover yourself mired, fabricating to defend, rationalizing to console, terming vulnerability mercy. That's malevolence's propagation. Not brutality, but misguided sympathy laying its foundation. The globe isn't deficient in altruists. It's lacking discerning ones. Benevolence devoid of judgment, malevolence's ideal instrument. Machiavelli pinpointed it. Occasionally, the most ethical deed is outright denial. Inscribe this: illumination triumphs solely by ceasing obscurity's nourishment. Desire virtue's conquest. Permit shadows to engulf their adherents. Survey history's downfalls. Every collapsed dominion harbored identical defect. Malevolence wasn't eradicated externally. It was nurtured internally, by compassionate souls imagining redemption. They believed assistance. They cultivated monstrosities. Ruthlessness endured not. It merely altered attire, donned sympathy's mantle, reprise's facade. Hence Niccolo cautioned, unfettered mercy generates horrors. Malevolent tremble not at your virtue. They shudder at your lucidity. Once vigilant, sentiment can't dominate anymore. You discard indifference bite. Abandon benevolence emblem. Evolve into their terror, delimited virtue. Then they asphyxiate. Malevolence persists via virtue's consent. Revoke confidence. They disintegrate isolated. Because obscurity perishes sans spectators. If you've absolved the inexcusable, only to suffer duplicity anew, proclaim below, my benevolence now has perimeters. Because clarity transforms sympathy into armor. Authentic equity? Bypass tribunals. Observe nature. All imbalanced disintegrates once unfed. Cease divine imitation. Don't reclaim self-incarcerated essences. Retreat. Surveil. Permit fallout to accomplish what benevolence can't. That's not ruthlessness. It's prudence. Machiavelli termed it remote empathy. Genuine affection as cessation. Not frigidity, but comprehension. Cost of erroneous salvation? Your essence's hemorrhage. Fifth, the oblivious who reject education. Pay attention. Defeat has dual manifestations. One stumbles, recovers, assimilates, adapts. The alternative? Stumbles, condemns the surface, reiterates indefinitely. That latter group? Machiavelli classified them incurable simpletons, not intellectually deficient, but sagacity rejectors. They quest not for verity, They embrace justifications like comforting shrouds. Seek not intelligence. Desire comfortable culpability for failures. You've encountered them innumerable times. Turmoil attractors, employment after employment sabotaged. Companions deserted. Finances evaporated. Perpetually cursed. Perpetually betrayed. Why recurrently me, they lament. But scrutinize. It's cyclical, identical spectacle. Can't awaken an aficionado of their anguish. Machiavelli bypassed them resolutely. He recognized no remedy surpasses consequences' impact. No discourse surpasses existence's scourge. These ostrich varieties, inferno divers denouncing warmth. Extract them, they plunge anew, insight nil. They don't register via observation. Suffering's their exclusive dialect, and once discomfort diminishes, amnesia ensues. Deeds? Outcomes? No. Existence befalls me, not via me. That's sagacity's divergence. Simpleton deems configurations coincidences. Prudent discerns destiny in recurrences. Observe. One imprudent remark ruins affiliations. One choice alters fates. The sightless perceive nothing, sever cause from effect, evade responsibility perpetually. Lecture a myriad occasions, caution until exhausted. They affirm, understood, then replicate the sequence. Not malevolent, merely addicted to routine's narcotic, accustomed torment over unfamiliar liberation. Machiavelli inscribed, individuals prefer enduring agony in antiquated structure than pursuing freedom in novel one. Imprint this. Simpleton isn't astray from inability to acquire, it's refusal. Can't unlock an entrance for entrance evaders. Despondency strikes. Advise me. You engage, then immersion. Identical pretexts, identical anguish. You depleted, like a physician, administering remedy to a discarder, who complains, still ailing. Can't restore the unwilling to mend. Niccolo. Permit existence to lash them, your utterances. Breeze in tempest to simpletons. Suffering communicates exclusively. Omit salvations. Allow missteps to lacerate. Obligations to gnaw. Ramifications to mold what sympathy bungles. Merely post ample acrimony will they appreciate comprehension. Oblivious demonstrate. Not intellect deficient. It's tenacity. Accumulate tomes towering. Evade self-examination. Still buffoon. Yet one who falters, acknowledges, matures, surpasses a century evaders. Reflection moment. Development commences not with acquisition, it's ceasing evasion. Machiavelli wagered on collision enlightenments, not persuasive discourse. Benevolence? Occasionally retreat, nadir impact. Solely there, ascension commences. Recollect. Salvage pre-prepared? They burden you, not maliciously, but obliviously. Don't fetter sympathy. Eschew intellect dissemination on non-contemplators. Sagacity squandered on vacuums. Reserve for attentive auditors, essence seekers. Simpletons, duration's mentor. He alerted, can't redeem simpleton, but evade simpleton transformation through him. Superior instruction. If directed a modification evader, declare below, I permit existence to instruct, because tranquility occasionally conveys what discourse dismisses. No animosity, merely no encumbrance. Each dissent for non-standards diminishes your position. Lowered, ascension tougher. Safeguard sagacity, tranquil departure. Not condemnation. Cognition shield from perpetual circuits. It isn't detachment. It's prudent selection. Expend existence on acquisition, rejectors, nil. For authentic transformers, that's sagacity's gravest betrayal. Not toward them, but verity. Sixth, the schemer. Grasp this. Neither malevolence nor imbeciles exhaust you utmost. It's the cunning deceiver simulating rescue necessity. No violence, they manipulate sentiments. No confidence pilferage, they entice voluntary surrender. Machiavelli designated them facade sovereigns. Don't purloin wallet, commandeer volition. Don't command, induce remorse for refusal. Invariably fabricate a narrative poignant, sufficient, anguished enough, valiant enough to position you as protagonist in their drama. Detect one, no direct solicitation, initiates vulnerably. Can't navigate this, you're formidable. Inflates you exceptional, unique comprehender, and snares embedded, affection cord fastened. You presume assistance, you're entangled. Sentiment adheres, rationale dissipates. Cease inquiring authentic. Contemplate, they require me. Scheming commences compassion, not domination. Niccolo scrutinized acutely. Their brilliance, compelling you to enact folly autonomously, deeming it benevolence.